Hey guys, how's it going? Today I want to speak about the subject of why do humans have such a strong urge to distract themselves from the world? Well, I think, simply put, the world is a very tough place. And if we were to look at everything at the truth, at how the reality of things are all the time, well, we'd probably be depressed. And I've talked about this before, where we close our eyes to certain things and all that. But at the same time, I think that we, as a society, we as humans, tend to literally distract ourselves a little too much. And the problem with that, I think, also is the fact that we are obviously basically thrown in the face, or we're basically submitted to all these messages through commercials, through TV, through movies, through music videos, through just regular music and all that stuff. And we're pounded with all this information all the time. And it's information that is catered to have fun, spend money, do this, do that. And at the same time, then you're thinking, well, okay, well, I guess these people look happy in these commercials, or these people look happy on TV, or I want to be better, I want to be happy. So the grass is always greener on the other side of the pasture. So basically what happens is that you just cave in and you get distracted. And with distraction comes the fact that basically, well, you start living this life of distraction. And with distraction comes the fact that you're not really able to do proper things in some way, so you don't really take care of what needs to be taken care of. And by that I mean is the fact that if we are always distracted as a society, well, politicians who are gonna basically do the decisions on laws and wars and what can happen in our country or not, or in the country that you're living in. And if you're distracted by it, there's no way for us to rebel against it, to fight against it, to protest against these things. So the more you keep someone distracted with other things, with, oh, what celebrity is doing this, what celebrity is doing that, and also the fact of basically being able to just get distracted with other kind of movies and whatever events are happening, even the fact of just having holidays. Well, guess what? While you're on vacation or relaxing, well, those same politicians, the people that can actually change the things in the world, well, they're not sleeping. They're not taking things easy. They're just doing what they can. And they're doing it in the way that they want. So if we're too distracted, it's not good. And yes, people are going to be saying there's a need to distract ourselves if you're always working hard, which is one thing. But what I'm trying to talk about is not the fact of relaxing when you play hard, work hard, play hard and stuff like that. What I'm trying to say is more about the fact that it's the distraction that is happening all over the world and all over us. This is actually kind of destroying our world and our way of, as a society, to grow into bigger, better things, because we kind of get stuck and we kind of start believing all these things that other people are saying. We kind of go into a trend and we start believing all these commercials. We start believing what's on TV because we don't do our own research, and we just get into a mode of distraction. And getting distracted by these things, well, it's not really good, because again, then you don't get aware of what is happening in the world. And if you're not aware of what is happening in your community, what is happening in the world, then basically you're ignorant. And if you have an ignorant society, then the people who are not ignorant, which becomes the minority, are the people that will have the power. And Yeah, I think that starts obviously with parents wanting to educate their kids to a certain extent, and in order to really be the best that they can. But it also comes from the fact that enough people are educated so that they can give the right schooling. And then, yes, you can find distractions later on, but then your distractions are going to be within something that is useful and not with something that is, I don't know, going to party or getting drunk or all these silly things. You're doing it with more useful stuff. So within that distraction, again, it's the importance of what are you distracting yourself with. Is it something more intellectual that's distracting you because you're trying to gain more knowledge, or you're getting distracted by just being a zombie and looking and believing and listening to all this music that's just given to us by the media and chosen for us. So yeah, it's very, very difficult to think about these things, but if you're listening to this, you're probably already thinking about how to better yourself, so you're one of the small percentage. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have to say on the subject. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.